Hi everyone, and welcome back to my Not So Berry Legacy Challenge, where Chloe is currently being returned by the aliens that abducted her. Hopefully she's not pregnant. It has been about 4 months since I last updated this series, and I don't really know what to say other than I really needed the break. I do struggle with my mental health. I am bipolar, for those of you who don't know, but no matter how long it takes me, I am determined to finish this series. I've never finished 10 Generations before, and I think it's really fun. Anyway, with that out of the way, I did give Chloe one of the new outfits that came with one of the kits. It's kind of like a mustard yellow, almost orange, but I thought it fit her personality. It looks like something a mechanic might wear, and yeah. I wonder if she's pregnant. Is she scared? Abducted. She's angry about being abducted. She has mental fog and she has looming dread. So even though it's been about 4 months real time in the game, it's only been a few days. So I think the last episode we were on winter last Friday. So I played about maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to say about 3 to 4 days off camera, and there are some changes. First of all, Lemon, our cat, is currently an elder. I was trying to maybe breed us some kittens. It just never happened. I don't think she got pregnant. So hopefully she lives a little while longer and doesn't die. On top of that, we moved neighborhoods. As you know, I've been having us move worlds pretty much every episode, and we just moved from Brindleton Bay to Del Sol Valley. I did get her a workbench that she has out here now, with apparently a dirty plate that I have to take care of, because we have been working on the Nature's Calling thing with her off camera. And she's got a few new traits. So she self-discovered that she is cheerful. And then I bought her with her aspiration points a few traits that I thought would make sense, such as inspired explorer. I got her the independent, and I got her the speed reader. I said that weird. In terms of her skills, our rocket science is currently a 6. Our logic is currently a 6. Our handiness is a 7. And our fitness is a 5. And we have made some progress on our nerd brain aspiration as well. We are on the 3rd step, and all we need to do is launch or upgrade a rocket 5 times. And if you remember in the last episode, I did promise that we would be going into space this episode. So that's what we're gonna do. Our needs are pretty good. And in terms of family, just to update you on some changes that happened to the family tree, our cousin Veronica's mom finally passed away, Riley, aka Phoenix's wife. And then the only other person who has passed away so far is one of this family's horses. So if you remember, we have Jake, Jacqueline, and Finn, who are the children of Marlon and Augustin. And they had like 2 horses, a bunch of mini goats and stuff like that. And one of the horses passed away. But that is it. We did not get a promotion off camera. We are still a level 6. She needs to get her fitness skill up. So why don't we go ahead and head over to NASA, since today is our day off. All right, here we are at NASA. I'm going to go ahead and start our group meeting with our NASA employees. So it actually looks like there are other astronauts here. And there we go. We turned into our astronaut uniform. Let's go ahead and work on our fitness skill, which I believe we have to go into the basement for like last time. Let's go ahead and get this fitness skill up so that we can get our promotion. She's really close to getting it up. Apparently, the NASA employees are messing with the satellites and influencing our moods, because there are a bunch of satellites on this lot, and it seems that the other employees keep using them, which is kind of funny. Okay, she finally leveled up her fitness skills. So I think all of her skills are now a level 6 or higher, at least all of the skills that we have to do for her generation. And her career is a level 6 or higher. So let's go ahead and launch or upgrade a rocket 5 times. So I think if we explore space, that still counts as launching. So let's go into space and see if we can actually make it to Sixam. I do love the way this build has like the little rocket hatch. I love this build so much. I'm never gonna stop saying that. It says, a mysterious message. Once in orbit, Chloe gets an odd message from the International Sims space station. It's badly garbled and makes little sense. Chloe decides to fly over and check it out. All right. Chloe arrives at the station, which is unusually dark. She flips on a flashlight and is startled by a disheveled looking astronaut. Thank goodness you came. Our main power coupling is shot. Is there anything you can do to help? Okay, we do have a pretty high handiness skill. We have a level 7, so let's go ahead and try to fix it. Look at this all animated. I love it so much. Handy hero. Using some paper clips, half a box of aluminum foil, and a plunger, Chloe manages to couple together a new power coupling. Upon installing it, the space station hums back to life. The crew is very grateful. Yay! And we got an alien. Okay, hold on. The spaceship came back down. We are feeling very confident from having explored space. Did we get credit for launching the ship? Yes, we did. We also got a dead blue slug, which I am going to sell because, as I told you guys, every time we move the school bus, I end up like getting rid of all of her money because it's really expensive to move. So we're pretty broke. Let me go ahead and have her eat something, and then we can head back into space. I'll have her come up here to the employee lounge and get a snack. Uh-oh. There's actual aliens invading the base. Wow. Okay, and there's werewolves. Okay, NASA is definitely doing some experimentation on the aliens and such. Wow, okay. We're just gonna chill over here and eat our ramen and then see if we can go back into space. I always think it's so cool when the game actually goes along with your storyline. Because this is just marked up as a library. There's no reason for like a ton of aliens to spawn here. But it's kind of interesting and funny that they did. I just had her finish eating and pay her bills, which I had forgotten to do. And now her needs are good. So we are going to head back over here and see if we could do some more trips into space. All right, let's go ahead and explore space again and see if we get any cool pop-ups this time, or if we maybe make it to Sixam. There we go. Okay, a distress call. Mayday, mayday. Chloe is cruising through space when she receives a distress call from another ship. She can't make out everything the pilot is saying, but she does have a clear reading on its location. She sets a course to save them. All right, so she's definitely being good and not evil. That would explain it. As Chloe gets closer, she sees that an alien spaceship is being pulled towards a massive black hole. Chloe offers to transport the owner of the ship to her rocket, but the alien begs her to save the whole ship. I'll reward you, please, should she risk it. So she's very level-headed, and I don't know that she would try to save the whole ship even for money. I feel like she would be more on the safe side. Let's just rescue the pilot. Escaped. Chloe knew better. Battling the black hole's pull, she guides her rocket alongside the aliens and persuades him to abandon ship. The pilot is barely clear when his ship is sucked into oblivion. Oh, I'm so glad we didn't try to tow it. But he doesn't look too grateful, giving Chloe a very little something for the help. He asks to be dropped off at the next planet. And then we return home. Well, you know what? At least we both made it out alive. Who cares about towing the extra ship and money? You can't take money with you when we die, and I really didn't want Chloe to end up dying in a black hole. Okay, we got some parts, which I'm going to sell for more money. And I guess, you know, her needs are still good. Let's see if we can knock out all 5 times. Maybe if we keep exploring, we will make it to Sixam. Oh, she's upset because she really has to pee because they freaking did. They must have did the satellite thing where it forces you to have to pee. And she had microwave food. Accidental bootlegger. Chloe is filling up on rocket fuel when an alien spacecraft pulls up to the pump next to her. Chloe doesn't think much of it until she sees the alien loading crates onto her ship. The space police the space police are after me, the alien shouts. Hide this stuff, I promise I'll make it worth it. Wow, okay, now we're gonna have freaking police after us. Surrounded by space police, Chloe is still choking on the alien spacecraft's exhaust when she hears sirens blaring in the distance. The space police surround Chloe's rocket ship and demand to search her cargo bay. She can turn over the goods and hope for the best, or help the alien and possibly herself by hiding it. This is kind of hard for me because I do see Chloe as a good person and not like a bad guy. So I do think she would want to help the cops and not necessarily the criminal alien, but at the same time, helping the alien, it's really hard. I'm going to go with helping the cops because she thinks it's the right thing to do, and she never technically agreed to help the alien. He just kind of, I don't know, made it on her ship. Telling the truth pays off. Luckily, the police captain seems to be into Chloe. The cop believes Chloe's story and takes the contraband without further questioning. The captain also rewards Chloe with a small stack of cash and a personal comm number just in case Chloe needs anything. Wink. Thank officer and return home. Wait, did we actually meet? Hold up. Did we actually get like an officer? That, you know, that's something I wish could have happened, that we got like a little flirty relationship with like a space cop or an alien, because, you know, that would be so cute for storyline purposes. That makes me really sad. And I also realized that Chloe was doing it to herself. She keeps pulling out this remote control and doing the satellites herself, which is super annoying. So I don't necessarily think it's the other Sim's fault, but let's see if we can make it to the bathroom before we pee ourselves. I think it's because I have the group task to use science objects, and the satellites is technically science objects, so let's delete that so she stops making herself miserable, and instead let's do research. At least research isn't going to make us pee ourselves. Okay, come use the toilet, please. I feel really bad because I did check MC Command Center and our mom passes away in 5 days. So I would like to spend time with her. It's just they're completely different people. Like Scarlett's kind of like the party type, always wants to go to the nightclub. And I just don't see Chloe as like a nightclub person. So I always say no. If Scarlett comes over our house or invites us somewhere that makes sense, I would say yes. But I just don't see Chloe as the type to want to go to a nightclub. Now that our needs are fairly good, let's see if we can go into space 2 more times. We're almost a level 1 celebrity just from going into space over and over, so we'll see how that goes. A sighting. While passing the asteroid belt, Chloe notices something ducking behind a nearby rock. Chloe slowly guides her ship in to investigate. Chloe notices an odd green-colored creature shaped like a plumb bob. It doesn't seem to have realized that Chloe was nearby. Should Chloe try to communicate with it or watch quietly from a distance? Because she's a loner, I feel like she's more likely to watch quietly. Observation. Chloe quietly follows the creature. She notices that the alien changes colors in a certain pattern, seemingly as a way to communicate. Eventually, the creature flies away. Note findings and return home. That's really cute because, you know, the plumb bobs above their head change colors and everything. Okay. All right, we just got to go one more time, Chloe. Let's knock this out. And then we should own a rocket ship once we get to either level 7 or 8 of the career. I know it's one of the rewards you can get just for being an astronaut and getting a promotion. So there's no point wasting money on that. Technical troubles. Chloe smacks her comm system again. Ever since she arrived in space, she's been experiencing tons of interference in her radio communications. She's about to phone tech support when she sees it. The 5th solar flare in the last half hour. That explains it. Chloe decides she better go investigate. Fun with the sun. Chloe is nearing the sun when she spies an immense flying saucer with a jolly-looking alien wedged into its cockpit. The alien is manipulating some kind of phase beam to fire asteroids directly into the sun. As each asteroid hits, the sun flares and the alien laughs. What should Chloe do? Reason with the alien or threaten with cannons? Again, I just don't see her as the type to threaten with cannons, so we'll try to reason with the alien. Although it doesn't sound like the type that could be reasoned with, so I don't see this going very well for us. But apparently it worked. A reasonable request. It takes a while for Chloe to get the alien's attention, but once she does, the alien is quite reasonable about things. This seems to be his species' version of golf. Claiming he didn't know it would mess up communication, he hands over his space rocks and goes on his way. Okay, so we got a space rock. Nice. That's worth a sizable amount of money as well. Well, not really that much. I should have kept that. Okay, if we get another space rock, I'm going to keep it for, I think, Plum Gen, because it's kind of purple looking. All right, so we did explore space enough times for our aspiration. However, I kind of want to explore a few more times while we're here to see if we are able to make it to Sixam. Lost in space. Chloe's gliding through the galaxy when she notices a constellation she has never seen before. Double checking her coordinates, Chloe realizes she is not where she thought at all. What's more, her ship's GPS galactic positioning system has gone blank. She is lost in space. Keep calm. Trying not to panic, Chloe scans the horizon for familiar stars. There, a flashing light. She zooms closer only to discover a mysterious glass canister with what looks like a message beacon inside. Extracting it, Chloe finds a map with an X marked on a planet near the constellation's head. It's almost too good to be trusted. What now? I mean, she's curious by nature. I feel like she would follow it. The tunnel. Sure enough, the map leads Chloe to a charred-looking planet with a lone tree growing from a cliff. At first glance, the place seems abandoned, but then she notices the opening to a small tunnel beneath the tree. Go in? Absolutely. We want to explore. Chloe calls out, no answer. The only sound is a soft dripping. Donning her trusty headlamp, she trends quietly into the tunnel deeper and deeper until she sees a beam of light coming through a crack in the ceiling. Under it is a locked box. Should she pry it open here or bring it back to the ship? Bring it back to the ship. Better safe than sorry. And we leveled up our rocket skill. I didn't realize that every time we do that, every time we go into space, we get our rocket science. That makes sense. Chloe acts fast, heaving the box onto her shoulders. She crams it into her cargo hold, but can't resist a peek before working on her GPS. Treasure, mounds of it. Someone will be looking for this soon. In fact, Chloe can sense a rumbling in the distance, which seems to be getting closer. Get out of there. Did we just steal treasure? Hopefully it's enough to buy our house. Chloe sets to work on her GPS. Reboot, reboot, reboot. Yes, a signal at last. She blasts off, and just in time too. An army of spidery aliens has covered into the hillside and opens fire, pushing her engines to the limit. Chloe gets free, but not without sustaining a few hits to her thermal system. This will be a rocky landing. Yikes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, is she gonna... Oh, wow. Okay, maybe... Do we need to, like... Okay, I really thought it was going to be a crash landing, which I think is one of the deaths in the game. Okay, so I think in order to get into space, we have to upgrade the wormhole generator, which we can't do until we're level 10. So while we did go to space this episode, like I promised, we're not able to actually get to Sixam just yet. However, I think since she's already able to get to space, it makes perfect sense that she can go and switch to the Star Wars Aspiration. So I think that's what we're going to do. We are going to try our very best to do the Star Wars Aspiration, and I think we are going to do Hope versus Order, and then we can do Galactic Privateer after. So let's do Hope versus Order. I'm going to take her home real quick to shower and go to sleep and take care of her needs, and then in the morning, I think she's going to go into work and get her promotion. But the way it works is she's on, off, on, off, on, off. So on her days off, we can go to Sixam. So let's go ahead and travel home. What kind of sucks is even though we found treasure, I guess because they were shooting at us on the way home, we never brought treasure home with us, which sucks. But let me go ahead and take care of her needs. And then she's going to go to work and get her promotion. And then I will be back and we can head over to Sixam. Not Sixam. Wherever the Batuu, we can go to Batuu. Okay, so it is now Wednesday and we are back. We did get a promotion. We are now an astronaut level 7. We need to get level 7 of the fitness skill to get another promotion. I did Google it, and in order for us to visit Sixam with the rocket ship, we actually have to get level 10 of the rocket science skill and upgrade the rocket ship to have the wormhole capacitator or whatever it's called. However, when we go in the rocket ship, we're already dealing with things in space such as aliens and thieves and all of this stuff, so it makes sense that maybe we would go to Batuu before we get to Sixam. So I did change her aspiration temporarily to the Batuu one, which I've never done before, and I'm super excited. So we are going to go ahead and travel, and we are going to head on over. I mean, our cat's an alien, so our cat can come. I don't think I want to bring anybody else. Phoenix died. Oh my goodness, that's our uncle. Have Sim's inventory remain with his ghost. I'll have to take care of that later and move him to the graveyard. Okay, so we're gonna go to Batuu. Okay, welcome to Batuu. While on Batuu, you will use a different currency called galactic credits and have a special inventory. Don't worry, your simoleons and inventory contents are safe at home. To get started, check your career panel for your first mission to help get you your bearings. Okay, so we have a brand new career. Oh, check out our new duds. Wow, okay. Let's get a quick little photo. Cute. And it says, plan your Batuu outfit at the dwelling. So I guess, where would the dwelling be? Let's go ahead and plan our Batuu outfit like it says. I think I might go with this one. I like that for us. And then what about hair options? Is there a hair option that came with Batuu? There's this one. We can say maybe one of the locals did her hair for her or taught her how to do the hair the way they do. I think this is really cute. Okay, we're going to go with that. Freshen up at the dwelling. Okay, we're going to go ahead and freshen up. Okay. We did that part. Now we have to order food from the docking bay. The docking bay can be found near the Millennium Falcon in the Black Spire Outpost. Okay. Okay, so what should we get? I don't even know if we're hungry. And we only have 50 credits, so I guess we should go with something that's free, such as the popcorn. We are hungry, so it's good that we got some food. We need to have fun and we need to get some sleep. Also, the Aspiration wants us to visit every neighborhood on Batuu, ask about resistance or first order presence on Batuu, and complete a mission for the resistance or the first order faction. Okay. We found a first alien. Let's go ahead and we will do a friendly introduction. And we are going to ask about the First Order. Talk to Lieutenant Agnon. You will find him around the First Order cargo building in their district. Let's ask one of these aliens. Let's go ahead and do a friendly introduction as well. Did I break him? Okay, let's not talk to him and talk to this person instead. Let's do a friendly introduction. Why is it every person I want to talk to I end up breaking? Is this like the dance of their people or something on their planet? What the heck? Okay, let's ask about the resistance. Oh, now you're gonna talk to me. Okay. Ask about the resistance. I've seen a few strangers around the forest lately. They could be dangerous, so watch yourself. Okay. I think after this, we are going to have to get some sleep. And then in the morning, probably in the next episode, we can go ahead and pick up where we left off. This is scrap metal, which we can sell for bits, which is good. I believe our house is this one? No. This one. Yeah, let's go ahead and head back and go to sleep. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I am going to end it here, and in the next episode we will explore more of Batuu. Bye everyone!